Oh, hi YouTube family, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stepping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your loyalty. I aim to bring you more content that's going to be value adding either for yourself or for a loved one. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. This is On the Cusp with Daphne, your virtual home away from home, where inspiration meets evolution. Today's video aims to bring you over 10 recruitment agencies as well as homes that are currently recruiting from all over the world, mostly from Africa, India, Asia, wherever you are in the world. This is your opportunity to know about these recruitment agencies and make sure you get hold of them very quickly, since the opportunity for healthcare assistance is limited. However, for nurses, there isn't a timeline for recruiting other professions outside of the healthcare assistants who have recently been added to the skills shortage list, as well as to the Tier 2 visa. It's important that I equip you with the correct terminology. I just called it a Tier 2 visa. It's actually no longer referred to as that, but rather as a health and care worker visa. Right, on to the business of the day then, as we talk about these agencies. Just bear with me if I look down. I have my device here where I have listed the agencies. So if I glance down, it will be because I want to make sure I do not leave one out, just in case I forget to mention it. Without any further ado, let's get on to the names of the agencies. Do not forget to please click like, share, subscribe to this channel. It will not only help me with the algorithms, but it will help me, somebody else that you might know, to add value to their lives or change their lives for that matter. Information is the latest currency. So let's share as we evolve together. The first agency that I came across is MMA Recruitment, which was such a pleasant surprise. Pleasant surprise because this is the same agency that brought me over to the UK so many years ago in 2004 when I came for the first time. I stayed for 5 years and I went back after 5 years. But from the time I landed and they had processed all my documentation, I never had any contact with them. I never spoke to them again. Their job was done. I didn't expect to speak to them. Their job was done. They had placed me and they were helping other people. And to date, I have never been in contact with them, but I am finding them in my search of currently recruiting agencies. So on those bases, I can vouch for them because the process was seamless. They were so good. If they still kept the same personnel, the same strategies, and the same work ethic, I feel quite comfortable vouching for them and hoping that they'll help your own stay and transition to be as comfortable as mine was. Number 2 on my list is HCL Permanent. Bearing in mind, these are not listed in any particular order. It's just as I've come across them and as how I've listed them for you. Not forgetting, amongst the biggest recruiters in the UK, the NHS, the National Health Service. I talk about what they are in one of my videos. They are actually the government, an equivalent of what we would refer to as the government hospital in our home countries. They are amongst the biggest recruiters in the country. They have such a high turnaround staff in terms of staff retention. People are always coming and going in the NHS. So it is worth checking out their website, which I will link below for you to check them out and see if they do not have a vacancy overseas. Most likely they do. And they're quite a lovely organization to work for. Without punting them, there's so many other organizations, nice organizations to work for. They are amongst the good companies. So do not be hesitant if you come in an NHS recruiter or a job opportunity. Bupa is next on my list. It's another big one with lots of homes all over. They're recruiting all sorts of professionals, not just healthcare assistants, spelled Bupa. I will list them down below, but they are also a great organization to work for. For the next 3 on my list, I've got Gain Healthcare, Cara Healthcare, and Zest Healthcare. Those are my next 3 on the list. Loving Angel Care and Cedar Care Group are the next 2 on my list of recruiters. As we head towards the end of the video, may I ask for your support by asking you to click, share, like, especially to subscribe, and making On the Cusp with Daphne your virtual home away from home, your one-stop shop where you come to for all of your questions, queries, and advice. To your search list, I'd like you to add JCM Group, who do not seem to need any experience according to some of their ads. I'd like you to add Novocare. I'll list it down below. They also say, very interestingly, they do take things such as having experience in retail where you've dealt with customers or where you've had some interaction with customers. They do take that as part of the experience they require, which is quite nice and flexible of them to look outside of the healthcare sector necessarily. So if you are that person that has worked in retail or anywhere where you interacted with customers, this might be for you, especially where Novocare adverts are placed. I've seen a few. I'll try to find them for you if need be. Be on the lookout for that. Novo also mentioned things such as if you looked after your elderly relative who was ill, that counts as experience if you're looking after a small child or something to that effect. So that shows you how flexible most of these employers are. Not most, but some at least. Last but not least, for my last two, I would like you to look into nursing personnel, as well as the obvious one for many, which is indeed.co.uk. So out of curiosity, I just registered an interest with indeed.co.uk for healthcare assistant jobs in the UK that require a sponsorship, certificate of sponsorship, especially from overseas. And I wanted to see whether I'll be getting any job alerts. And to be fair, on a daily basis, I do get job alerts. They are mixed alerts in that they are all certificate of sponsorships. You just need to read carefully and see, because say out of 4 or 5 that I get a day, 2 might be very specific that they're sponsoring somebody who's already within the UK borders. It will say UK certificate of sponsorship applicable. I have also received the ones that are saying they are recruiting overseas. So it's something I would strongly urge you to look into, because it kind of narrows your search down and it's very specific. And also when you receive these alerts, not to waste your time or your effort or to make yourself feel discouraged. Be careful to read carefully if they're looking for people to sponsor, to do a certificate of sponsorship for people who are already within the UK borders, or are they also taking applications from people outside the UK. I have received a combination of both, as I say, but there is an alert, a few alerts that come through almost on a daily basis. So it's something that might be worth looking into. So wherever you're tuning in from, thank you so much. You could be in Nigeria, you could be in Ghana, South Africa, Lesotho, Botswana. Welcome. Consider making this your home away from home. You could be in India, you could be in the Philippines. Welcome. This is your virtual home away from home, your one-stop shop. Feel free to comment below, to share, to like, and please show your support for the channel by subscribing. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video, where I will be detailing the benefits of coming over, of using this visa, taking advantage of this visa. What are the key benefits besides perhaps having an income, having a salary? The other non-monetary benefits, as well as a quick summary of the requirements that are needed for you to fulfill this role. I'd like to do a quick reminder, a short video on that. So that will be on the next video. Until then, stay cool, stay blessed, continue to evolve.